Okay, so I'm up here at the Walmart. I went and returned some of my stuff. I couldn't return everything. So I got this purse on my arm now because I couldn't return it because I took the tag off. And yes, it was very cheap. Um, Basically, I seen a few familiar faces from some places that I had been earlier today when I returned some of my stuff up here at the Walmart not too long ago after I got up here. There was a strange man that talked to me when I sat down at the bench at the Walmart, and at the West End when I went to return some stuff, and he was asking me questions about my whereabouts, like, personal things about what were my plans tonight. But he didn't offer me any assistance, and then he started acting crazy and walked off. Um, it's getting late, so the sky is starting to turn a little bit dark, and it's not really cold out here right now. It's still kind of cool, but it might get cold and windy tonight. I'm not sure, but it shouldn't be as bad as it was during the wintertime. I had to have several blankets. Now, as far as what's going on over there with Marcus, this is a concern for me because, first of all, I ain't had nothing to drink or nothing to eat all day long. And I don't have the money to really be buying food or anything right now. Um, this is what I feel like I need to do for the night. Because any of the men who house I try to go to, thank you. I mean, you want me to drink out of it?
Keep it.
Oh, okay, thank you. Any of the men who house I try to go to tonight, it's gonna be them wanting sex involved. You know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna want me to be doing stuff with them just so I can have a place to sleep tonight. And y'all already know I've been through that already. Y'all done seen me going through that. I kind of liked Marcus, and he was giving me a place to live, so it was much different. But that don't change his motives. And even though I had to remind myself today what they did was wrong, I thought about my case with my child father, and I just want to remind everybody that my child father's name is Austin John Metter, and he is a Caucasian male. And I just want y'all to understand that Marcus Eugene Mitchell is not my child's father, and he's not the man who I'm pregnant by right now. I'm pregnant by Austin John Metter, and that's what this case is about. As far as my pregnancy, I'm not pregnant by Marcus Eugene Mitchell, and I just met him a couple of months ago. So I don't want any of my subscribers or people getting the wrong impression and thinking that this black man is the man who I'm pregnant by. No, that's not what's going on. When he took me in, I was already with child by Austin John Metter, and he's a white Caucasian male, and that's what this case is about. So that's why these black women and people been staging stuff everywhere and trying to keep us unsettled. And I just needed y'all to know that key information, and I'm going to have to keep reminding y'all. Scroll through all of my videos and you'll see evidence that I have been posting about my child's father, and they trying to stage stuff around me and make me have to be posting videos about these different black people that I didn't even know that have nothing to do with my case. They're trying to stage other stuff. So it's getting late out here, and I'm up at the Walmart with nowhere to go. So I can call people, but I don't want to call people that I already know just want to hit on me. I might still call a few people anyway, but my thing is I'm probably going to end up going right back over there, not to Marcus's apartment complex, but somewhere in the area for the evening. because what they did was dead ass wrong. And people keep doing stuff to me places where I'm living, and then trying to run me off to some other city or some other town where people could just do whatever they want to do to me. And that's very evil and irresponsible. So my thing is that I have to kind of stay in that area, because that's where I've been living for the past 2 months. So now I'm outside, and I'm still on the same street. If I go straight down that way and walk like a whole 2 miles, their apartment complex is right there. I can get on the train and walk from Westlake, as you guys know, what I have been doing, walking up to Westlake and getting on the train and going to handle my business. So if they see me in the area, somebody may try to stage something, like, oh, that girl somewhere over here. But I want to document myself. I want to document the position that they put me in, and I'm not trying to be in the complex. But if they see me around the area, that was the setup. You want to have me outside on a street where it's a high prostitution area, which is like a female out there by herself. You have women outside. These girls stand on the corners in that area, and when I would walk past from Westlake to get to Marcus's house, they had girls standing out there that was asking for money in the streets, and they act like they could try to fight me, and I had to hold my guard walking past them if I had to walk past them. And they trying to have me outside at night with this crazy stuff. So if I'm somewhere in the area and anything happens to me, I want everybody to know, everybody that's involved, and I want you to know the area that they are doing it to me in. And I do want to give documentation of the people who were involved, because it's very serious when people are setting you up as a woman in America to be outside like this in the middle of the night. And then people are coming and picking you up and bringing you to locations and into their homes and having sex with you and keeping you for a certain period of time, and then setting it up for you to leave for somebody else to do it to you. And it's like a sex ritual or something. Then they have the police involved, where they're staging shit too. Because how do you let the entire situation of all these 10 people trying to jump on Marcus in the front of the complex, and then all of a sudden y'all trying to turn it around. They trying to turn it around on me, like you're going to call the police on me and force me to leave the house. The way Marcus was handling himself in the altercations, he was trying to egg the stuff on. And his roommate was trying to egg stuff on. And the other guy was trying to egg stuff on too. And at first they was all acting like they were friends. But now all of a sudden they was acting like they was trying to fight, getting real loud and violent with me all the time, in front of me or around me all the time, to where I had to go and ask to try to break them up. And I was threatened by somebody for stopping them for so-called fighting. Now they got my name in it with these women in the apartment complex, but I had a vision already, and the Holy Spirit showed me that there was going to be 3 black women that were going to be conspiring to have me and my baby outside and threatening to evict me and Marcus. Now, I ended up out here by myself, but I seen some things about Marcus in the spirit last night, and I didn't get a chance to share that with you all because of everything that's been going on. But I did have a vision already that they were going to try to evict. They were going to try to say that I had to be out of there, and that it had something to do with my baby. And then I seen a little black baby, and I needed in my vision, and I had to let y'all know my little baby is not Marcus's baby. I'm pregnant by a white male, and they're all covering this shit up and doing bullshit to me. And we outside on the streets on the west side of Atlanta, and I came out here to get into shelters. And all the 80 shelters, 100 shelters denied me. They denied me shelter in the state of Texas as well. And the one Salvation Army that did take me in gave me a hard time when I came. They shut down the intake on the day that they were doing intake. And I got into it with the lady about having males inside but refusing to house me, and knowing what my case was about. So they finally let me into the Salvation Army, and the women were staging stuff in the Salvation Army to have me outside on the streets. So I ended up outside, and different males bringing me to their apartments and mistreating me. And then I met Marcus February 14th on Valentine's Day this year, and he bought me some shoes and treated me really nice, bought me food, and gave me a key to this apartment at Luther Landon's apartment. And he had been mistreating me inside of this apartment and putting me out, and I was intimate with him, but I did not tell him that I was already with child, and I did end up telling him about it, and I have been there ever since. So this is what's going on, and I just want people to know what's really going on. I'm not with child by this man. He have a similar history to my baby father's history, and that make me feel like it's a little setup, like they still trying to blame everything on this black man and cover up